Hey guys, how's it going? Hi, what's up, angels? Hello, hello. Hold on, let me get oriented. Hey, I see some familiar faces and some new ones. Kelsey, Nicole. Hi, guys. You guys, I'm so excited. Hold on. I'm schwitzing already. I gotta chill. Okay, we're good. Get into the chat. What's up, Emery? Hi, Tony. Hey, Reagan, Effie. Hi, guys. I know, TBH. I didn't realize it was about to be a lunar eclipse in Taurus. Love that intuition. Because what's Taurus, my angels? Business. Business. Laying powerful foundations. How magnificent. So happy eve of the eclipse. I'm so honored to be with you guys. You could be doing anything on your Thursday night or your middle of the night Thursday night or your early Friday morning or whatever time it might be for you, but you're here with me and we're here together. So just thank you so much. Thank you for trusting me with your time. And I'm just honored. Let me open up the chat. Hey, cuties. Okay, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Zodiac sign and where you're coming from right now. So zodiac sign and where you're coming from. Did you guys like the playlist? You know it's not an NB class if we don't get some like fire music going at the beginning, right? Okay, we've got, all right, all the I love you guys. I'm like Taurus, lots of Taurus moons. No. Okay, we got an Aries from Phoenix, Cancer from Australia, Virgo from Connecticut. What's up? Libra from New Jersey, Scorpio Sun from Costa Rica, Virgo from Calgary, Taurus. Yes. All right, beautiful. Keep them coming through. Aquarius from Washington. What's up, Micah? Cancer from New Hampshire. All right, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. My angels, I want to tell you something real quick because we're going to dive straight in. If you have never been inside of a Natalia Benson masterclass or teaching experience, just give me a little sparkle. Like if this is your first time learning with me tonight, yes, what's up, you guys? Welcome. Okay, cool. We're going to treat you real great. You are in the right place. So thank you for joining. And I'm assuming all the rest of you are repeat offenders. Is that right? Okay. I'm so happy you're here. Okay. Let's do it. I got to relax. You guys know when I first start teaching, my Aries, I have a Sagittarius moon as well. It's just like all my fire gets like, it's like a bonfire over here. Okay. I want to tell you guys something very, very quickly. So I'm going to have some fun giveaways and surprises and just some beautiful things to do with you tonight. I think in another life, I was a game show host. I'm not kidding. I don't know why I get so much joy out of like giving things away and just having fun with you guys. Like I want us to have fun while we're learning. So I'm going to be giving away 5 course bundles, 5 business bundles to 5 beautiful souls. All you got to do is post. So just post something that you love from the class tonight. Make sure you tag me. You got to tag me or I'm not going to find it. And I will check your guys' posts out. And then I will announce those winners tomorrow on IG. Sound good? And what you will receive 3 mini business trainings. So you're going to get my conscious CEO training. And actually at the moment, did I write them down? No, conscious CEO training, a mini for success. And then there's one other one in there. I don't remember what it's called, but I promise you it's fucking fire. Okay, but it's just 3 mini business trainings. So I'll choose 5 of you. So have fun, get creative, obviously stay focused, enjoy the class. You're here to learn. But if you feel so called and you want a chance to win those little mini business course bundles, then just go ahead and do a little post for me. Okay, awesome. All right. So I'm going to launch a quick poll. Usually we dance and we do all of the things, but you guys, I have to be honest with you. We have so much to do tonight that we've just got to get started. Is that okay? Okay, cool. I'm going to launch a quick poll. I want to see where you guys are at. I want to see what your why is. for launching, growing, and or scaling a business. So hopefully you can see that poll. Yes, perfect. Got you guys coming through. And there's no right answer to this. I want you to know, okay? There's absolutely no right answer. This is just whatever calls to you. What's your why? None of these are better than, none of these are less than. It's just your why for moving into the power and sometimes even the intensity of building a business, scaling a business. Okay, keep them coming through. Thank you. And I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about astrology tonight. And if you've been with me in the challenge, you know that I don't know why I love polls. Like I love polls. Why? And are there any other Capricorns or like heavy earth placements in here? Because why do we love percentages and polls? I think it's me and the Virgos, but I don't know. I love this. Okay, I'm going to leave it open for just one more moment. These are looking so excellent. Looks like life on my terms is in the running. Okay, I'm going to leave it over for 5 more seconds. If you didn't get to answer, make sure you put in your why for launching, growing, and scaling a business. Abigail, I love it. Okay, all right. Beautiful. Can you guys see those responses? They're all completely anonymous. So we've got about 29% of us are like, we're doing it because we want more freedom. 12% of us are like, we just want more money. 18% of us are like, we want more impact. And 41% of us are like, we want to live life on our terms. Now, why did I open with a poll like this? So what I'm going to bring you through tonight, it's such an honor to get to teach this. And I'm going to talk a little bit about my why in a second. But I'm going to be honest, it's not easy. It's not easy. And I'll never say that to deter you. I'll say that because I know you're powerful enough to hear it. And your why has got to be intact. So what I want you to do, whatever your why was, go ahead at the top of your notes. I want you to write it in big letters. Okay, so write your why in big letters. Because your why will keep you resilient. Your why will keep you focused. And your why will invite you to keep rocking and rolling even when it gets tough. All right, let's rock, you guys. I'm so excited. Okay, so one more time, welcome to the For Success Business Masterclass. So this 4-step process is all about you trusting the process of growing and scaling your unique conscious business. Now, I want you to do something. This is kind of fun. What foundation is your business currently at? So if you are at Foundation 1 F1, inner work, launching, discovering, you guys have probably been with me quite a bit over the last couple of weeks. So maybe you've even done this once or twice. But what I want you to do is you can actually click the little 3 dots over your picture. You should be able to see your picture. And go ahead, if you don't mind, don't delete your name, please, but add which foundation you're at next to your name. Okay, so click the 3 little dots. You should be able to rename yourself. Like I'm going to put, actually, Reagan, I'm not going to rename you. So I'm just going to add mine. So my business is currently at F3. Okay, awesome. And this is really fun for me, especially as we move into the Q&A and the hot seat coaching. It's really powerful for me to get to see where you guys are at and also witness all the unique levels that we're at inside of this masterclass. Now, here's the thing, this process, I'm going to start to walk you through it in a second. This is for you no matter where you're at. So even if you're at F3, it doesn't matter. And you'll see why in just a hot second. I'm getting excited. I don't want to skip ahead. Okay, so we got our foundations into our names. Okay, groovy. Let's do it. And if you're not able to figure it out, don't worry about it, my love. You can always drop it in the chat if you'd like. Okay, so What is for success? So in essence, and one more thing about me, I'm obsessed with Canva. Holy shit. I love Canva. I just like, this thing is a work of art. I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's very beautiful. And big thanks to my graphic designers for setting up the branding for this, because it's absolutely gorgeous. So what is the for success? So for me, I started my first business at the age of 19. I'm now 34, which is freaking nuts. So that means I've been essentially exploring and building businesses for the last 15 freaking years. Like, that's cuckoo. Okay. But here's the thing, there were so many times where I just felt very lost and insecure. And like, very simply, like I was just getting it wrong at all times. And I'll be very transparent with you guys, because you know that I always am. Sometimes I still feel like that, and that's okay. But the magic is that I know that everything has its place. And that's what this process, this for success method really shows us and reminds us, is that we are exactly where it is that we're meant to be. And it's all good. We have a clear path. We know what's next. We know what we've got to master at this stage. Now, let me just tell you, I never felt like that. And I've been teaching business building and business scaling techniques, mostly rooted in the internal. Only recently, in the last 2 years, I really started to teach more strategy. But here's what I see so often. So often, conscious, empathetic, soulful based babes and business owners like you can really feel like, wait, is there a place for me? Am I on the right path? What's next? I feel like I'm putting in so much work, and everybody on Instagram seems to know something that I don't, which isn't not true. We're going to talk about that. But here's the thing. When you understand that everything is there at each level to serve you, it helps you trust exactly where you are and then pour your energy into it as needed. Because here's the thing, the biggest thing that I think I missed for so long was that my woo-woo, my spiritual work, my relationship to myself at the deepest level was actually the biggest piece of importance when it came to building my success. And it actually wasn't until I really got that and mastered that things started to move forward. Now, in addition, the for success process, it's really going to remind you that it's a journey. There's a destination. Oopsies. Could we stay muted, my loves? Thank you. Actually, you shouldn't be able to unmute. Oh, can you guys hear me? I don't know what that was. Are we good? Thumbs up. Okay, thank you. It sounded like Shamu was coming on. That was weird. Okay, I think we're good. So I think just remembering more than anything that this is a journey and not a destination, and the for success will assist you in that. So I don't know if you saw my cute little video here, but I have 2 offices. This was my first office ever. It looks a little messy. I used to be pretty messy. Now I'm not very messy anymore, but it's such a dream to. This office faces the mountains. That office is much tinier in Laguna, but it faces the ocean. And none of that would have been possible if I didn't take the first step, which was to honor that I wanted to live life on my terms. I wanted to make money in my own way. And that I wanted to serve, love, and impact, and that I was willing to do what it took to move in the direction to make that happen, which for me was entrepreneurship. So I think we're all here for that tonight, right? Right. Okay, so what is the for success system? So first and foremost, it's a foundational system. So it's just like building a house. We don't build a house on stilts, and we don't build a house in midair. We move foundation by foundation to build the most beautiful, wonderful, powerful house that we can live in. It's also an opportunity to see very simply that you are right on time. You are right on time. You're going to hear me say that a lot. That was the tagline for this class tonight. Very simply, trust the process. You're right where you're meant to be. For Success also contains hands-on tools to expedite the growth process. And also you'll find, and this is true to all of the work that I do, it's healing, fun, and empowering. And again, these were all things and experiences that I didn't have as I was building, growing, and scaling this particular business, or any of my businesses for that matter. So I have a couple rules, quote unquote, for Success. So first and foremost, no one skips a foundation. And the thing that I love about these foundations is that they are universal. You can apply the For Success to absolutely any business, and you will see that it can apply, it lends itself to anything that you might be doing. If you get to foundation 3, it's not because you skipped foundation 1 or 2, it's because you rocked foundation 1 or 2. If you're up to your foundation 4, it's not because you just got there, it's because of these lower foundations. So I like to make that really, really clear, because some of you might be coming in and you're already at an F3, but you're at an F3 because of foundation 1 and foundation 2. So even in reaching foundation 3 or foundation 4, I shorten them to F3, F4. The lower foundations still require love, attention, and tending. So AKA, this is you taking accountability for yourself, your life, your happiness. And also, this is what it is to run a business. We don't just master one thing and then leave it to be. Things evolve, things change, whether it's a platform that we're using or a social media algorithm or a hire that we made that left. The thing with business is that these lower foundations will assist you in feeling just solid and sturdy, especially when things go awry, and they will. It's not a matter of if they will or not. It's a matter actually of when, and that's okay. I always like to joke, I don't know if it's a joke, but it's kind of a cute joke, that in essence, having a business is also very similar to having a kid. It's its own entity. It has its own needs and personality. And so we build ourselves to be the best steward of that energy that we can be. Now, the For Success process is cyclical. So like I said, just because we're at foundation 3 or 4 or 2, it doesn't mean we abandon the lower foundations. It's a cyclical process. And that's what keeps our businesses as well as us super healthy, prosperous, successful, and powerful. And then lastly, this process, just like any process, requires patience, self-inquiry, and self-love. So I invite you tonight to be gentle. My prayer is that this process and this method really serves you. And I just invite you to meet yourself and wherever you are or anything that comes up for you tonight with a lot of grace. Okay, sound good? Awesome. Okay, so at each level, we're going to work with a tool to master each foundation. I'm going to walk you through KPIs, which are known as key performance indicators, to move upwards. And I'm also going to offer you some of my scaling secrets that's assisted me in scaling this business just this year to over $700,000. You guys, that's a damn fucking miracle, let me tell you. I mean, it's not just a miracle. It feels like a miracle. If you would have told me that that would be coming out of my mouth 15 years ago when I started the journey of entrepreneurship, I don't know if I would have believed you. But as I look back on the journey, this process is exactly what made that a reality. And so I'm very excited to share that with you, really from my heart. And then lastly, we're going to do a little bit of journaling to go even deeper and to set your goals at each foundation. Now, in addition, I'm going to cover with you systems, selling, and service. We're going to work on that at foundation 3. And then I'm asking you to stay until the end because I have a beautiful free gift for you. I have an unbelievable offer for you. And we're also going to do some Q&A as well as some hot seat coaching. Okay. Holy shit, I'm talking a lot. You guys ready? Let's go, baby. Thank you, my angels. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And I say that really, with a lot of gratitude. And you have to remember too, anytime a business owner, if you're speaking about your numbers, well, you always have to thank the people who've invested in you. So I always find that interesting when I see that on Instagram. I'm like, wait, you just celebrated your 6-figure whatever, but it's like, did you thank the people that invested in you? Because that's the power of business. That's the power of conscious business, especially, is that it's symbiotic. So my success is your success. So thank you. Thank you. All right. So real quickly, before we dive into each foundation, this is the overview of the process. So foundation 1, we're going to cover healing and inner work. Foundation 2, organic growth and putting in the work. Foundation 3, automation, delegation, and systems, as well as hiring. And then foundation 4 is celebration and time freedom. And here's something I want to know. Foundation 4 is why we start a freaking business. But guess what happens so often? Most people don't get to foundation 4. They get caught up usually right in here, where they're just constantly in the muck and the mire and working in their business instead of on their business and working towards a higher vision for why they started that business in the first place, which we're going to work on tonight. All right, so let's get started with foundation 1. You guys, I also have a Mercury in Aries. I talk pretty fast, so stay with me. I got you. This is being recorded. You will have access to the replay for a week. So don't worry and just take the best notes that you can, but also trust that it's all landing and it's all in here. It's all inside. Okay, so foundation 1. This is actually the most important foundation. Why did it take me such a long time to figure this out? Mostly because I didn't have a ton of guidance. I thought that I had to just be in the foundation 2 to create success. No, it actually is rooted so deeply in our relationship to ourselves. It's rooted in our relationship to self-worth, our inner child, our shadow, your energy. This is actually the truest foundation for success. I don't know that that's talked about a whole lot, but I speak from my experience, especially just from hitting my head on the proverbial wall for a real long time, where I kind of wondered why all my efforts and my hard work, that Capricorn rising, I can just work and 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 work some more. And I did that for a very long time, but it wasn't until I started to take inner accountability, self-worth healing, subconscious work, that everything really started to land. So at each foundation, I want to walk you through a tool to really open up the power and the magic of that foundation. So a tool to master in foundation 1 is going to be creating a consistent morning practice. And don't worry, you guys, I'm going to go deeper on what I spoke about here in the next slide, so not to worry. So creating a consistent morning practice. You stayed to the end. I made you a gorgeous workbook that really takes you through each of the tools I'm going to walk you through tonight. And you can really work on them powerfully once we're done with this class. A morning practice for me was literally the difference between in 2018, when I really turned my life around. The start of the year, I launched my first course ever. I didn't have a morning practice. I just launched it. I made $700, which for me, that was still a fuck ton of money. And I cuss a lot, especially for my new babes. Love you so much. But yeah, I have a lot of cuss words come out of this little Aries mouth. So I made $700 the beginning of that year, launching my first course, Mystic 101. Later that year, I had a complete transformation. I was doing morning practice every single morning. I started to work with my subconscious. And in addition, I began EFT tapping. The next course that I launched made $7,000. There's no coincidence. Practicing and working with your own energy on a daily basis, especially first thing in the morning, is a game changer. And I use that example just to illustrate the magnificent shift that happened in that year from morning practice. Mind, body, soul, this is the approach I like to take. You choose a mind practice, you choose a body practice, you choose a soul practice. It doesn't have to take you 25 years. can literally be as quick as 10 minutes a day, but do something to focus on you, on your energy, and where you want to take your life. So that's really how we open up the energy of Foundation 1. A couple KPIs to grow Foundation 1, key performance indicators. Feel your feelings. We live in a world and in a culture that just really, it doesn't really celebrate the myriad of feelings, especially the dark and challenging ones. It's like, it's just like, nope, just bury that, just keep going, just keep working, just keep drinking. One of the most powerful things that we can do is feel our feelings. Our feelings are barometers, our feelings are guides. And a lot of times, especially in our businesses, what's so powerful and beautiful, the resistance that we feel, it's not because we can't do it. It's actually because very often there's just a feeling inside of that resistance that wants to be acknowledged. Is it a fear of, I can't do it? Is it a belief that like no one in my family has done this before? Is it a belief that I just, one of my least favorite terms ever, that I can't? But when we feel our feelings and recognize that they're not going to swallow us whole, but they're really there to assist us in waking up our mastery and our power. Release comparison, especially if we're at F1, maybe we're really in the inner work, or we're in the launch phase of our business, or we're in just like the very beginnings. It's so easy to look around and think that everybody's got it made, everybody gets it, but that's not true. Comparison is the thief of joy. That's one of my favorite quotes. So focus on, how can I love, honor, and acknowledge where I am, and that it's absolutely perfect. And instead of comparing, get excited. And I do this shit all the time. I still compare myself. Like, I teach this, but I still struggle with this. But my practice and my awareness is that I'm like, you know what? That beautiful soul isn't there for me to compare. It's, she's actually there, or he's actually there, or they're actually there to remind me that I can do it too. Another KPI for F1 growth is trusting the journey. Trust the freaking journey. That's what this whole process is about tonight. Because building a business and moving through entrepreneurship, it is a journey, not a destination. It's a journey. Trust where you are. And especially when you're starting, that can be the hardest time to trust. Cultivate self-awareness. If there was ever anything that I had going for me as I was building, it was always that I was self-aware. It doesn't mean I always acted on the things that I knew were important and empowering for me, but I remained aware. And awareness is extremely important. Lastly, this is where we get to tap into our tools, courses, mentors, and offerings to work on ourselves. Very often, where we move ourselves in our lives, or where we feel stuck, it's just because our thinking and the thinking that we're accustomed to, it's gotten us that far. So what a magnificent time. I know sometimes it can feel a little bit like information overload, but we have so much access to information and wisdom. And as long as we practice not moving too deeply into overwhelm, it's pretty magnificent what we can create with all of the access to information. And so that's really how I did it, especially at F1, when I didn't have any money or resources to move myself and my business forward. It was finding ways and means and information, or inexpensive options or low-cost options, to help me gain new understandings. Now at each foundation, I'm going to share with you guys some of my scaling secrets. I'm going to move through these kind of quickly. because they're really going to encapsulate the KPIs. But visualization is a big one, self-accountability, subconscious healing, and self-worth work. So I don't know if any of these resonate with you, or maybe these are things that you guys are already up to. But each of these 700K scaling secrets, they are literally the cream of the crop of what I've taken and practiced from each one of these foundations that has assisted me in scaling my revenue. Okay, awesome. How you guys feeling? How you feeling? Give me one word in the chat. How are we feeling about F1? Yes. Motivated, amped. I love you too. Inspired. I love F1. Love you so much. Okay, beautiful. All right, I'm going to give you 1 minute on the clock. What is the main focus of my healing work right now that is taking me to the next level of my life and business? Where do I have room to grow? Where do I have room to grow? I'm going to play you music for a moment. 1 minute on the clock. Go ahead and journal. I'll see you in just a moment. We're going to keep rocking. Yeah, keep rocking. If you want to put a word that encapsulates your focus for F1, go ahead and put it in all caps in the chat. I'd love to see it. All right, foundation 2. So foundation 2, beautiful guys. Thank you for bringing those through. I love it. Discipline, one of my favorite words. All right, foundation 2. Organic growth and putting in the work. Foundation 2 is actually why I created the FOR Success, truth be told. This is actually why I created it, because what I put right here, many people get confused and or tired at this step. So many people get confused and often tired at foundation 2. So the key word and the key practice at foundation 2, at F2, is patience. There's a reason we put a flower here, because there's a book. Let me see if I can remember the name. It's been a while since I've listened to it. I learned about it at a seminar I went to a long time ago. It'll probably come to me sometime tonight, but he introduced this concept that I loved. He said, you know, most people, they want to plant the seeds, till the soil for a couple minutes, walk away for 20 minutes, and then come back and experience their bounty. But that's not how nature works. And something I always like to talk about is that money and business, they belong to the earth. They belong, I don't want to say the earth, nature, kind of opposite of nature actually, but we can learn from nature and how to relate to business in a healthy way. And the reason I say that is also because in the tarot, the disc suite, the disc suit, money, business, health, it's all like, think about earth, think of what nature teaches us. There are seasons, there are cycles, and patience is absolutely necessary when we are growing anything, whether it be a crop or an audience or a mission or a bank account? Patience. And then the key term of F2 is that work is involved. We till the soil of our beautiful garden. Something that I struggled with is that I just wanted things to be easy. I wanted them to work. I wanted them to happen without working with the energies of F1. I wanted just things to like, just freaking work out. So I didn't have to do the work. That's how I used to feel. I'm very honest about that. But I was still willing to put in the work. And I finally learned probably around the age of 22 when I moved to Los Angeles and I just really wanted my jewelry line. That was my first business to work out. I learned something. I was like, you know what? If I just sit at this desk and I just keep creating, something's going to happen. Now, the only missing ingredient was the internal relationship because I wasn't in a very good place in my early 20s. But looking back at it, that's where I really started to kick in foundation 2. I knew that I just had to put in the time, the work, and the patience. Now, another really important practice in terms of foundation 2 is we got to capture the power of resilience and know how to withstand rejection. This is not an easy one. And this is why a lot of people, they don't move past this step or they don't move forward with their vision for what it is that they want to create because they're afraid to be rejected. But the truth is rejection, negativity that you might get from family members or friends, or hopefully not friends, but people around you, communities. I've seen that a lot in my work. A lot of people get afraid to go full force with their business because maybe a partnership or a family member or a community, it's like, or someone in their community. And I get that, but I believe very strongly that the people who aren't for you are actually the ones who are for you most. And let me explain, because a lot of times the people who don't believe in you or who oppose you, they can give you the most fire to really move forward. And not because you want to prove them wrong, but because you want to prove yourself right. You know what I mean? So because my parents didn't believe in me at all. They were, I won't even get into it. They were so hard on me about doing the entrepreneurship thing. They were so hard on me. So if that's something that's come up for you, or maybe something you'll face at some point, just know that that's okay. And you can get through it. And those people are always there to make you more powerful, truly. Now, content creation is a key tool at Foundation 2, and I'm going to talk about that in just a second. At Foundation 2, we're also putting ourselves out there. We're being seen. We're putting in the hours. We're putting in the time. So Foundation 2, as you can see, it's the work. It's the work that we lay the foundation for our business. Now let's talk real quickly about content creation. This is the tool to master at Foundation 2. Now, this is just my opinion. Doesn't mean I'm right. Hopefully I'm not wrong, but it's just my experience. I am so unbelievably amazed at the propensity, the ability that we have to create businesses now because of the internet and because of social media. I know the algorithm can be a pain in the butt. It's just the times we're moving into. I've never even noticed the algorithm as much as I have since Saturn moved into Aquarius. So it's just, this is where we're moving. We're moving into a world of coding, and that's okay. We still get to keep our humanity in it. And all of you are here, whether you are aware of it or not, because of my content. You're all here because of that. You are all here tonight because of my content. It's true. It's magnificent. Content builds trust. Content builds trust. So here's what I want you to do to really activate foundation 2. Pick 1 or 2 platforms. And I know many of you guys, you're already business owners. Many of you might just be starting out, or some of you might be deep into your business. So this might not apply to you as much if you're deep into your content creation. But you guys, I'm at an F3 moving into F4 in my business, and still I'm always finessing content because it is such a powerful tool. Now, here's what I want to offer. Pick 1 to 2 platforms and only create there. And you don't have to pick 2, maybe just pick 1 and really master it. But we're going to talk about email marketing in Foundation 3. So email marketing doesn't count here because email marketing is a non-negotiable. But I want you to pick at least 1 platform, 1 to 2, and really create and serve and love and inform and inspire and educate and bring your energy forward. Because there's so much that you can create through content. Get to know the algorithm, but don't live and die by it. Don't let it ruin your day. I have. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's going to change. We don't own these platforms. They're amazing opportunities. They're very democratizing for small businesses. They're allowing us to have media access and be our own media moguls almost for free. And that's amazing because when I started, there was MySpace, and then I started using Facebook, and then I've been on Instagram for 10 years. And that's how I've grown everything, is through content and through email. So this is your tool to master for Foundation 2. Let's talk about some KPIs to grow Foundation 2. So create your content and build trust. Create content, build trust. Create content, build trust. Don't pay attention to the numbers as best you can. It can be alluring to want to do that and then get discouraged, but don't do it. No matter how big you are, no matter how deep you are into your business, just create, serve, and give through your content. Another KPI for F2, something called net time, no extra time. So if you have a job right now and you've got to do either the early shift or the late shift, find ways to always be learning, find ways to work on your business, even if it's early in the morning or late in the night. Prioritize your time so that you put your future forward. And maybe for some of you, that's, you don't have an extra job, or you don't have a main job that you're working at the moment. So net time can also be just, you're always learning. When you're driving, turn your car into a little mobile university. You're waiting for the bus or you're doing something, create a piece of content. Find ways to always devote pieces of your time to your business, your work, and your future. That's a big part of F2. Build your dream. Like I said, I know it can be tough at times when we have, maybe when we're like, oh my God, how am I gonna do this? How am I going to, who's gonna approve of this? Who's gonna want this? Is this gonna work? And these are questions, no matter how big you get, that you still may ask yourself, and that's okay. But when you know your dream and you're willing to put in the time, the love, and the energy to build it, you will truly flourish. You just can't look for the instant gratification, because Foundation 2 isn't going to give you that. It's very earthy. It's very patience inducing. And it's really the foundation where you're putting in the time. Now we're going to talk more about this in Foundation 3, but Foundation 2 is where you're creating offers and you're selling. You're creating your offers and you're selling. Foundation 3 is where you get deeper into this, but at F2, you're not only creating content and giving and serving, you're also selling. You're also saying, hey, I have this coaching offer, I have this product, or I have this opportunity, or I have this group, or I have this, whatever it might be. And you're telling people about it, you're selling and you're sharing. And we're going to talk more about this in a moment. So can we agree that F2 is very much where we're putting in the work? Is where we're putting in the work, right? Let's talk about some of my scaling secrets at F2. Consistent content. 5 a.m. wake ups before work. At F2, when I was heavy at F2, I still in there. Because remember, even though I'm in F3, I still work with F2, still work with F1. But I also have a team that helps me with F2. I wish my team could help me with F1, but nope, that's just me. That's always just us, me, myself, and I. Consistent content, 5 a.m. wake ups before work, not being afraid to make mistakes or look like a beginner, and building an email list. This is where we begin to build our email list, build trust through content. And at this phase, what I was just about to say, this is when I was in a job that I did not like, but I did net time. When my 2 hours commute to and from Vernon, I would listen to podcasts, I would listen to books. I just didn't like the corporate thing. It was not me at all, especially as an Aries. And then I would also wake up at 5 a.m. because I had to get in the car to leave for work at 7:30. And I would do morning practice, my F1 practices. And then I would also work on my business. I'd create content. I started my podcast that year. So that's what I mean by the 5 a.m. wake ups. And even now, my business, it still requires a lot of my time. So setting good, healthy habits of prioritizing the time of your business at F2 is very, very important. All right, I'm gonna put on our beautiful music. And you guys, I forgot to mention this, but if you have questions, make sure to hold them for me, okay? I'm not gonna see them in the chat, so hold them for me. I'm gonna get to questions and coaching when we're done, okay? Okay, I'm excited to answer your questions. Make sure to write them down on your notes. Now, 1 minute on the clock. I want you to explore what resonates with me most about Foundation 2, and are there any blocks present? All right, 1 minute on the clock. I'll see you guys in just a second. All right, my loves, if you want to share one word that encapsulates your F2 journaling, go ahead and toss it in the chat. Yes, Pia. And I love that quote, Sylvia. That's beautiful. Make your work your worship. I love that. Content builds trust. My biggest block is consistency. Nice, Pia. Beautiful awareness, endurance and devotion, consistency, clarity, consistency, self-worth and being seen. Yes, Kels. Resilience, confidence, perfectionism. Beautiful, my loves. You guys are totally getting this. I'm so stoked. I'm so proud. Okay, let's move on to Foundation 3. We're moving up the ladder. Foundation 3 is my favorite. It's also where I'm at, where I am very strongly right now. Okay, So let's talk about foundation 3, F3. So this is automation, delegation, and systems. And you guys, I want to tell you something really quickly. I might go a little bit over 7:30. And just a note, the free gift, you can only get it if you stay till the end. It's going to be an expiring link. It's, as I said, it's free for you. You only can get it here on the call tonight. So I just want to use that as like a little love bait to be with me till the very end of the call. I might go a little bit past 7:30. I hope that's okay. I just don't want to rush through any of this. Okay, but I'm going to be as close to that time as I possibly can. All right, so let's talk about automation, delegations, and systems. So F3, this is really when you are stepping into being the CEO of your business. It's CEO time. It's go time, baby. Strong foundation 1, strong foundation 2 gets us ready to truly be a leader, to be the CEO of our business. We move out of being sole practitioner and we start to move into being a CEO, running a company, running a business, running a team, and moving our mission forward and outward. Now, at F3, it's really powerful to focus on systems, next level organization. So a couple things that are some of my favorites: Google Sheets, Google Docs, and SOPs, which are standard operating procedures. Now, you guys, I know that a lot of you guys are in your F1s and in your F2s, but do not shy away from learning about this and getting this in your beautiful brain right now, because having the awareness of this is where you're going next is so powerful for moving with swiftness with the growth and with the trajectory of your business. So don't shy away from this, okay? You are all going to be here, and I want you to really get this. And if you're already there, I'm sure that there's something powerful that you can learn from the way that I approach this foundation. Now, F3 is also where we're hiring. So this is where we're moving out of solopreneurship, where we're doing everything ourselves. The mantra of F3 that we've got to let go of is, oh, I'll just do it. I'll just take care of it. When you hear yourself say that, allow it to be a loving wake-up reminder to you to be like, actually, you know what? I'm going to delegate. I'm going to lean into my team. Okay. Now let's talk about hiring just for a second. So your first hire, my best advice for hiring is very simply, don't hire another you. Don't hire another you. You don't need another you in your business. Okay. Don't hire another you. And in addition to that, make sure that the person that you're hiring, that they don't want to do exactly what you're doing. The reason for that is that when you hire, you are investing not only your time, but also your resources to bringing that person in as a team player for your company. And if they're just there to learn how to be an entrepreneur from you, well, you have a paid internship for that, okay? So be mindful of that. And something, especially for those of us who are in the service industry, it can be really important to make sure, service-based businesses, I'll say, it can be really important to make sure that the people that you're hiring, they're not just looking to get a paid ride, and they're not really there to contribute and assist you in your growth. So that's just some of my advice and some things that I've learned from doing this for a while. Now, let's talk about leadership, because F3 is very much where you are stepping into being a leader. So first and foremost, as I mentioned, we're moving beyond solopreneurship. This is when we're delegating. We're starting to say, you know what? I know I could do this, but it doesn't mean I should do this. And I'm going to walk you guys through some of the amazing, amazing platforms that I use to manage my team. Now, in terms of your leadership, this is also where you're driving your mission and your impact forward to more people. And automation, delegation, and systems are what help you to do that. Because let me ask you guys a quick question. Do you guys want to work 60 to 90 hours in your business forevermore? No, exactly. Yes. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. Sorry, I was about to have a Californian moment. We all say this for some reason. Yeah, no. I don't know why that's become such a weird habit. Hell no, that's right, Nicole. No, we don't. We do not want to work 60 to 90 hours in our business forevermore. Therefore, we have to master F3. In addition, courses and digital products. This is where we're building things beyond our time. Now, you guys, I'm going to push back on some of you a little bit because I always get this when I talk about courses or digital products, where people are like, I'm not a course person. I'm not a teacher. I don't do this. I don't want to do what you do. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. No courses, no teaching. I'm going to call a loving bullshit because I want your time to be yours. And when you have access, the access and the empowerment of a course or a digital product, you can exponentially expand your time without you. So I'm very, very passionate about that. Okay, let's talk a little bit about my favorite F3 tools. And this is inside of the free, beautiful workbook that I made you guys. So we've got Zapier, which is great for automations. And Zapier basically speaks between platforms and there's less manual to-dos. Y'all, I used to be the queen of a manual to-do. And then my exec assist, Megan, queen of manual to-dos. And I was like, baby girl, we're not gonna be able to run or scale or serve our students and clients if we keep growing with all these freaking manual workarounds. Zapier is an amazing, amazing small investment for any business because it helps you tie together all the platforms that you use and create automations that serve your clients and customers and don't require you and your team to be managing everything. Todoist is excellent for team productivity. And I'd even suggest, even if you're at F1 or you're at your F2 and you're in the early stages of your business, that's cool. Get on Todoist. Start to learn this software. It's very easy. It's excellent for productivity. It's excellent for tracking not only the needle moving things that you have to do, but in addition, as you grow, managing and organizing projects and keeping accountability with your team. So Todoist is a game changer. Are you guys loving this? Are you having fun? If you're having fun, please put an 8 in the chat or your favorite emoji or have like the best, just whatever you want to say. You guys doing good? Okay, I'm just making sure. Okay, great. I love teaching this. So I'm going on a roll. Hold on, I gotta get some water. Drink some water, please. Make sure you're hydrating. Okay, so Kajabi. Kajabi is where we do all of our courses. I used to do Squarespace, and that's also great. It's also a very low cost option. But Kajabi is where we host now our membership. It is where we do all of our courses. It is my favorite platform. Now, it gives us ease with sales, easy organization for clients and students, and it's also where we host all of our digital products, which is a key component for F3. Now, lastly, I saw some of you that you're fans of Flowdesk, love Flowdesk, and maybe some of you guys have been getting our emails. You probably have. That's probably why you're here. Maybe you get my Monday emails, all from Flowdesk, all through Flowdesk. And I love Flowdesk. I used to be on MailChimp, and MailChimp is cool, but I couldn't get the brand and the fluidity that I wanted in MailChimp the way that I've been able to get it with Flowdesk. So we mainly focus in Flowdesk with workflows and automations. And we also do a lot of selling inside of Flowdesk because of a little thing called email marketing. We're going to talk about email marketing. So when it comes to the KPIs to grow F3, this is when we are really focused on sales, systems, and service. So selling is the lifeblood of your business. It's the lifeblood of your business. So taking the sting out of selling is really important. And if you guys have been with me for a little while, you hear me talk about this. Selling is how you grow your mission. Selling is how you serve. And there's a way to sell in a way that's heart-centered. And the truth is, when your business is your why, When your business and your mission and the things you're creating and offering are what get you out of bed in the morning and get you excited about your life, well, guess what? Selling them is the way that you serve others. So I think we're also healing an old paradigm of sales as slimy or sales as taking. Selling is not slimy. Selling is not taking, because guess what? Selling actually empowers someone's sovereignty. And when we sell, we are empowering them with the information to make the best choice for them. That's what selling actually is. Now, systems, I walked you guys through a couple of our systems. Systems are key for F3. And I even invite you, if you're in F1 or you're in F2, beautiful. Get started with systems. Start systemizing and organizing yourself. Because systems are what help grow a mission. Systems are what help grow revenue. Systems are what assist you in handling the sales and the influx of students, clients, customers that you're receiving from your work and from all of your F1 and F2 work. And systems helps you organize all of that magic. It's like very much a divine masculine part of the business. Now, service. So service is really what we birth through F1 and F2, but service is the most important thing. And your team will be an extension of your service. So the way you teach them, the way you work with them, the way you embody your leadership is all the way that service will move through your business, because service and business go hand in hand, because business is about relationships. Serving is about relating, right? Powerful. So sales, systems, and service, this is really what we're mastering at Foundation 3. And we don't shy away from any of these things, because this is what helps us get to F4, which I like to say is our holy grail of why we started a business in the first place. And we're going to work on that in a hot second. Let's talk about a scaling secret at F3. Courses, selling as service, leaning on my team, growing our membership, which we're doing right now, and focus. I actually meant to put planning, focus and planning, because at F3, this is really where you start to focus and plan on the KPIs, on the key needle moving activities of your business. Courses are a big thing for me. They're one of my deepest passions. They're how I have created everything, but I'm deeply passionate about teaching. Learning how to delegate has been one of the hardest and one of the most beautiful things. And Todoist is one of the main ways that I've really learned how to be not only a better boss, but a better leader, so that I can delegate and add things to my team so that they can work in their strengths and I can focus on what I'm great at. All right, I'm gonna give you 1 minute, my angels. What feels most important for me to implement at F3? What am I most excited to master at F3? Okay, I'll see you in a second. Love you guys. All right, in the chat, share one word, all capital letters, that encapsulates your F3 journaling. What feels most important for you to master at F3? What do you feel most excited? Systems, automation, streamlining, leadership, systems, delegating, boss. Yes, baby girl, let's go. Jesse, I love that question. Ask it to me during the Q&A, okay? Courses. Yes, CEO energy. Yes. Okay, are you guys ready? Let's work with foundation 4. This is why we start our businesses. But like I said, a lot of us get stuck at F2 and F3, especially F2, and we never realize the ultimate why for why we got into business in the first place. That's not going to happen to anyone here. Okay, can we make a pact? Especially what I'm going to bring to you tonight. There's no reason that that will be your reality. I want all of you at your F4, but it takes work. It takes work, love, dedication. Our F4 is our celebration and time freedom. It's us experiencing the business of our dreams. A solid foundation 1 through foundation 3 is what creates a sustainable foundation 4. Foundation 3, as you can likely see, is mainly what makes foundation 4 possible. Because if you have all your time wrapped in your business, it's very hard to feel like you can have time, location, and celebration of your business if you're wrapped in all the minutia, because you didn't want to delegate, or you didn't want to create a digital product, or you just wanted to be in everything, right? And that's what happens so often is we want to get so caught in controlling and being, or we get afraid that we succumb to fear. I mean, all the things, right? But as we work at each of these foundations, especially solid F1, powerful F2, and a super empowered F3, F4 is the byproduct of that. Now, foundation 4 is your why, the why that you are in business. Lifestyle and fulfillment. And I say, go back to foundation 1 to work on this. If you need to source your why, spend time with it in your morning practice. Journal. Why am I in business? Why do I want to do this? Who do I want to do this for? And remember that this process always circulates. Now, the KPIs to grow. Self-love, acceptance, and inner work at foundation 1. Content, offers, putting in the work at foundation 2. Delegating, hiring, growing, and digital products at foundation 3, or anything that helps ease up your time and exponentially grow your revenue. And foundation 4, enjoy what you've created and keep fucking going. Right? That is business. Until you sell your business or you have an exit from your business, that's it. And you guys know I'm very big on money work, so we're not going too deep into that tonight. But a big thing is that your money work, your revenue and your income should also not only be going back into the business, but also be going to build the things that make you more money. I just want to add that in there. That's also what makes foundation 4 a reality. So in terms of a 700K scaling secret, I'm not at F4 yet. I experience it. My Laguna office is absolutely an inkling of my F4, but I'm still very strongly in my F3. And I have little tastes of my F4. And I'm sure you guys do too. You probably have, especially if you're in your F2s or deep into F3, you most likely have moments where you can taste or feel or experience the pieces of your why, of your mission. Well, actually, I'm gonna actually go back on what I said. I experience my F4 very powerfully, actually all the time, because my why is there. But as far as me being at the highest potential of where I know I can take this mission and this business, I know that I'm nowhere near it. And that's okay. Okay. So I want you to journal. I'm going to give you 2 minutes. What is my ultimate vision for my business? What and who is my why for doing this? What are 3 goals I have for my business in 2022? And which foundations must I master for each one? So 2 minutes on the clock. I'm really excited for you guys to do this one. It's really, really powerful. And I'll see you in just a moment. Love you guys. You're doing so great. All right, my loves, in the chat, one word that encapsulates one of your responses. And this is also inside of the free, beautiful workbook I made you. So not to worry if you want to go deeper on this. Thanks, Rach. Chicka, chicka, chicka. I love DJing in my classes on my phone. Service, empower, freedom, relishing, beautiful. I love that word. Transitioning, yes. Nice, Jess, love it. Spread love, adventure. Nice, 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 nice. Keep them coming through. Okay, I want to take you guys through a little something. All right. I want to take you through a little something. We're going to do a little visualization right now. So what I want you to do is sit up nice and tall, open up your heart, close your eyes, close your eyes. Close your eyes, sit up nice and tall, open your hearts. Take a deep breath in, in through your nose. Exhale powerfully out of the mouth. And really, just for a moment, I want you to look forward 1 year from now into the ultimate expression of your F4. Your why, your impact, your inspiration, who you're doing this for, who you're showing up for, why you want to live life on your terms. Witness a vision of where your life can go by having your own business, by experiencing next level of success in your business? Where are you? Who are you with? What's going on? What's your vision? What's your why? Really witness it. What can your future look like? If you said yes to your vision, yes to the journey, what do you see for yourself? What do you want? It can be mission, it can be lifestyle. Just witness all of it just for a moment. Let it excite you. What do you want to experience in this beautiful world? What do you want to leave behind when you're gone? What could come to pass if you did what was challenging to move towards your dreams, to move towards your desires? Who is waiting for you to step into your power? Who is waiting for you and your mission to assist them in living a better life? Take a deep breath in, a deep breath in into your vision, a deep breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in, breathe life into that vision, breathe life into that vision. Deep breath out. And one more time, deepest breath in, breathe life into your vision, breathe life into your F4. And let it go. And give yourself a big, 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 big hug, ground into the body. You guys look so beautiful. Yay. All right, thank you. Okay. So what's my why? What's my F4? You saw a little bit of my vision board. I want to have beautiful experiences in this life. I want to live life on my terms. I want to impact. I want to create connection and love and equity. I want to bring as much kindness as I can while I'm here. I want to bring goodness. I want to bring power, power rooted in love. Now, these two photos. So in 2013, I was doing $20 tarot readings. And I was still helping, loving, empowering, but at a very small level. And I was also extremely financially unstable. 7 years later, in 2020, that's me, a blonde, and I was still am running $500,000 conscious business, impacting, empowering, and healing at an even bigger level. And so my deepest why is the journey of launching, scaling, and growing any business is not for the faint of heart. And as I mentioned to you guys at the beginning of tonight, I very often felt very lost, very alone, and deeply insecure in the process of exploring how to grow my soulful business and my mission, and how I was going to not only live a life that I wanted and to feel safe, secure, and powerful and empowered, but also how was I going to bring what I loved to more people? If you ever feel lost in your why, your purpose, be what you didn't have for someone else. So all of my work, everything that I create is really for me to be what I didn't have. Because very, very simply, it doesn't have to take you 15 years and all the mistakes and all the things. It doesn't have to take you that long. And I also want to talk really quickly about why conscious business is important. And this is where I get a little bit deep. And I love that there's 111 of you on here right now, because 111 is a really, really powerful number. So I believe, and my deepest why, my deepest F4 for business. And even though like I have people sometimes send me the craziest messages about loving business and money. And I'm just like, I know they're not perfect, but they are remarkably powerful vehicles for change. Like, I don't give a shit what anyone says. They are truly catalysts for shifting, healing, and empowering human consciousness when they're used in the right way. So I believe that for our earth to not only make a big shift and heal, and for people to heal and evolve, it depends on a shift in human consciousness. And so many people are so fucking lost. I was one of those people. I had no connection to myself. I forgot that I had a soul. I got very addicted to drugs. A lot of you guys know my story. I forgot that there was guidance beyond just my left brain. And I want to remind you guys that as conscious entrepreneurs, you are here to create businesses, not only to manifest your own dreams and visions, but also because what you offer by nature of the person that you are and the heart that you have empowers, impacts, and can assist and heal the evolution of this planet. And don't forget that for a freaking second. It's true. And as I said, business and wealth, they're not always perfect vehicles, but they are powerful vehicles. And I want more human beings like you to have these tools, to know how to master and work with them so you can bring your why, your love, your heart, whether you impact 1,000 people over the course of your career, 100 people, or 100 million people. It doesn't matter. It's all hands on deck right now. Now, I want to warn you guys really quickly. I'm about to make you an offer. I'm about to sell to you, but I have good news. You don't have to buy. And what I invite you to do as the CEOs, and after moving through this training tonight, is to watch how I sell, to watch how I serve you, to watch how I love you through this offer that I'm about to make you. I have a question for you. What would you do with $8 million? And you're welcome to put it in the chat. If you had $8 million, your business was worth $8 million, you had $8 million in your net worth, what would you do? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. What would you do? Throw it in there. Come on. This is your F4 at work. If you had $8 million, what would you do with it? Pay my parents' mortgage, travel for the rest of my life. I don't want to get emotional. Retire as many family members as I could, live my dream life, buy a house, retire my parents, be a nomad, pay off debt, create collective healing programs, get a team of like-minded spiritual boss babes, donate, travel the world, run events, inspire people, write books, start a school, travel, donate to water charity, travel, pay off debt, invest in sustainability, help others, pay off student loans, retire my partner, purchase a home in Los Angeles, travel as fuck. I love you. Donate so much money. Yes, I love these. Keep them coming through. Let me tell you something. Creating, building, and scaling your own business will assist you in reaching your income goals. Working for a company, there's nothing wrong with it at all. And it's a means, to me, it wasn't, for me, it was a means to an end. But the truth is, very often when you work for someone else, there will often always be a ceiling. Maybe you make a lot of money, that's great. But when it comes to taxes and potential, there very often is always just someone's holding the upper limit. In my opinion, and why I do the work that I do, is you must have something of your own. And look at what you guys want to do. The more money you have, the less you're worried about how you're going to take care of yourself or take care of your family, the more that you and your light and your power and your magic gets to come out. That's how it works. And that's why all of this is extremely important. Now, I said, I'm going to sell to you. Watch out. It's coming. It's coming in. Watch out. You're about to be sold to. I have good news. You don't have to buy it if you don't want it, but I'm going to sell to you. I'm going to make you an offer. And it's literally my best offer that I've ever put together. And it's so rooted in my why. I hope I don't cry. I want to assist you in building and scaling the business of your dreams, creating your freedom, making the world better through conscious business. I love you guys so much. So I'm inviting you into the 2022 NB Business Accelerator Bundle. I'm going to move through this with power and swiftness because I want to do Q&A with you. I want a hot seat coach, and I want to get you guys your free gift for joining me tonight, but I want to make you this invitation and this offer. So consider this offer, consider this bundle, my 15 plus years of entrepreneurial experience, mistakes, and exploration. So you don't have to go through all that time. Learn from someone else's walk in life to shorten the duration of yours. So this bundle is 65% off. It is unbelievable. It is deeply powerful. It encapsulates all of the foundations. You will receive access to the Conscious Bay Business School, a digital and live business building course. You will have access to a live meditation and visualization course with me called 6 Weeks to Self-Love. And you will also get instant access to Course Creation 101, which is a self-study course, self-study, build, and mastery course. I'm going to talk about it in a second. So really quickly, I just want to speak of the powerful parts inside of each one of these. So stay with me. Let's rock this together. I'm going to make you the offer, and then we're going to call it a night. I'm going to go a little bit over if that's okay. So Conscious Bay Business School. This is my total 360 conscious business mastery experience, all of my tools, everything that I've taken from 15 years, from F1 to F2, F3 practices, all inside of this digital and live course experience. We'll be working with natal chart astrology for purpose, inner work to build your dream and release fear, social media, growing your brand, business formations, hiring, CEO leadership and delegation, money management and tax clarity, email marketing basics, intuitive sales strategy, website building essentials, and I walk you through my abundant launching method, which you can apply to any offer in your business and even launching and bringing your business out into the world. Couple testimonials, my girl Jazz. These are all babes who have been inside of, I wonder if Emery's still here. These are all babes who have been inside of Conscious Bay Business School. It used to be called Jupiter Club, so everybody calls it JC. But my girl Jazz, she just had one of her first $25,000 months. She's been with me for about 2 years, but this is very, very powerful work inside of CBBS. And I have many, many women who've moved through this process and who are now flourishing inside of F2, F3, and bits of F4 in their business. Now, the second course inside of the accelerator is 6 Weeks to Self-Love. So as we've talked about my loves, F1 is the most important and powerful part in the foundation of your business. If you truly want success, impact, and fulfillment, not just numbers on the screen or like random celebrations about your 5-figure months, you have to know how to have a powerful and clear and authentic relationship with you. So this course is going to be all live. You're going to be live with me in 2022. There will be 6 40-minute meditation and visualization sessions. We're going to work with the subconscious. I'm going to pull a card. We will do one self-love and self-acceptance topic each week. So we'll have self-acceptance, being seen, handling criticism, connecting to the universe, and really mastering your life vision. So this is really going to be the F1, the deep, powerful soul and heart and love work at the base of your business inside of this 6-week experience. This is, I haven't done this course in a while, so I had to pull a couple testimonials. But it's just an absolutely magnificent experience. And it's where I get to get really mystical with you guys, which I love all the business and all the money stuff, but mysticism is my first love. And I really get to do that with you inside of 6 weeks of self-love. Now, the last course is Course Creation 101. This is where we get to really master F3, F2 and F3. And my tagline for CC 101 is receive money from anywhere and change people's lives. Fuck yes, let's go. And this course is very technical. So there's a little bit of F1 in this course in terms of sourcing your voice and building your confidence for course creation. But in addition, this is really the technicality around course creation. And my loves, you are never too early or too soon to start to build your digital product. This course you will get immediate access to. So 6 weeks of self-love and CBBS, those begin in 2022. CC 101, you will have immediate access as well as some of the bonuses that are inside of this. So I will walk you through how to build out a sales page, how to completely build your course start to finish, how to sell and promote from the heart, intuitive sales strategy activation, all of the marketing platforms that I use, as well as the heart-centered strategies that I utilize, as well as how to launch your course. Now, these are just a couple. This is a very recent course for us. It did incredibly well when we launched it last summer, and just a couple beautiful testimonials from some of our babes who are already having success with their courses. Now, my angels, I'm going to drop the link to enroll because here's the thing. I do have an on-call bonus for you. That's really beautiful. It's very, very powerful because I don't do one-to-ones anymore. If you are willing to take action to make this investment in yourself and to really prosper your business, your work, your mission, and your why starting tonight, I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Anyone who enrolls inside of the Business Accelerator while I'm still on the call, while I'm still taking questions before I close up shop tonight, you will automatically be entered to win a 3-month one-to-one business coaching package with me. And anyone who pays in full, you'll also receive access to a VIP mastermind group coaching call that I'll be hosting for you in January 2022. So let me share the investment, then let me get you guys the link and we're going to start to close it up. You guys are amazing. I hope you're enjoying this. Watch how I sell. Do you see how I sell with passion? And I'm very clear. And I don't give a shit if you think I'm salesy. I'm not salesy. I'm serving you because I know the power and the magic, not only of my own experience and the people that I serve, but in addition, I know how powerful these offerings are. I know that my heart, my soul, and my energy is inside of all of these. Does that sound like a powerful F1 right there? Yes, it does. As you can tell, I've been doing this for a long time and I want to shorten the duration for you. So this is a $4,200 value. If you purchase each one of these things together or even separately, you're still not going to get it as incredible of an offering as it is for just tonight. Now, actually, hold on, not just tonight. The bonuses will be available just tonight. This will be available for 1 week only. I will never have this open again, but I do suggest, especially to capture these bonuses, to join me tonight and take action. Let me just grab the link for you, babes. 1 second. Yay. Let me get it in the chat. So it doesn't go to everybody in the waiting room. One-to-one bonus is actually for anybody. So if you do pay in full, you'll have the chance to win the one-to-one bonus just with your enrollment before we close out the call tonight. I just dropped the link in the chat, but pay in full is the only one that you'll get access to the VIP group coaching call, mastermind call with me in January. So let me drop it in one more time. You guys can see it. So you guys have it. I wanted to make this as accessible as possible. Rachel, yes, you should, baby. And next year is even going to be even more powerful. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about what's inside each one, just really quickly, so you guys know exactly what you get. So one payment, the best value is paying in full. It's 65% off. You can also do a payment plan, 12 payments of $189. I want this to be accessible. I want you guys to be able to make this investment in yourself, in your business, in your mission, and your why. And one more time, if you enroll tonight before we jump off the call, you'll be automatically entered to win that one-to-one business coaching session, business coaching package with me, and anyone who does pay in full before the call ends tonight, you'll also receive access to the VIP group coaching call with me. Okay, really quickly, what you're going to receive is spring or fall enrollment to Conscious Babe Business School. You get to pick. You'll receive one 2022 ticket to 6 weeks to self-love, 1 year access to Course Creation 101, and you will also receive my 2022 business goal setting downloadable workbook, and it will only be exclusive to this business accelerator bundle. Okay, so inside of this, my angels, we literally get to work with all of, I'm going to put the link in the chat. I'm going to keep sending it through so you guys have it. But within this bundle, my loves, this is where we get to take action, get working on these foundations. And where could you be 1 year if you just were willing to step into it, to move through the fear? You know, I fucking got you. I got you. Let's go. I can't wait to have you inside. I'm like shaking. It's a lot of energy. I'm really, really excited. I can't wait to have this journey with you guys. Let me see if there's anything else. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you want to write this off for your business, I'm like, if you want to write this off for your business, you absolutely can. We are an S corporation, so you can absolutely take this as a business expense. Yahoo! Need support around my resistance to structure, organization, and systems. How can I lean into it when my brain doesn't work that way? Amy, I totally hear you. Let me tell you something. I wouldn't say my brain necessarily works that way either. The powerful thing about, and this is what I love about businesses rooted in a mission, is that we often can challenge and invite ourselves to learn and master skills that maybe aren't necessarily our go-to. Like you guys, I used to read tarot and read astrology on the roof of like a hotel in Los Angeles, made like $100 a night, if that. I never thought I would become like a CEO, CFO of my business. I wouldn't say I'm a CFO yet, but if you guys have been with me on stories, you see I'm learning a lot of that stuff, right? Because that's what helps me move this mission forward. That's what helps me serve you. You want to know why I was willing to learn about investing, even though it scared the shit out of me, was because I knew that I wanted to teach more women how to invest, right? So the reason, I have a little quote, I believe that when something is rooted in a mission, it creates resiliency and curiosity and flexibility. So you don't have to naturally be great at any of this stuff, but what's so powerful is you can learn it. And especially when you're why, because you guys, I know all of you are here, and I know many of you are with me because you want to serve, heal, impact, and connect with other people. Like my deepest why when I got started was I just knew I wanted to connect with others because I had felt very lonely, very many years of my life, especially being really woo. And so I was like, I want to build connection. I want to create connection. And so even when I did jewelry, it was rooted in that. Even when I did social media stuff or like music, it was all rooted in that. So even if you don't know, like, oh, this is exactly the iteration I want to take in my business, maybe you're really strongly at your F1. What's your why? How do you want to make people feel? How do you want to feel on a daily basis? And you can start to reverse engineer from there. Okay. This is a great question. If you have a strong foundation 1, will you avoid hitting burnout in foundation 2? So yes, but would I say avoid? I don't know. I don't know. I'll never be someone to say that burnout is not a part of the game. And that might not be a popular answer. And it doesn't have to be true for everyone. But I do believe that there will be times that your business has requirements of you, and you're going to have to know when to rest. You're going to have to know when to pull back. But there will also be things where you're like, I mean, you guys, like if there is one thing I've learned so deeply, it's that your business and your mission and your journey through entrepreneurship will hold up a mirror to all your worst habits. Isn't that fascinating? So if you're not great with time management, here you go. Here's a mirror for that. You have self-worth issues. Here's a mirror for that. You want to know when I had this is very personal. I'm sure some of you have heard this, but I had the realization that some of my deep fears of being seen were rooted in a childhood trauma that I had when I was about 6. And the irony was that I discovered that at a business mastery conference in Las Vegas. I was like, I'm here learning about business. No, I literally went there to realize that me not being willing to heal that root fear and pain of betrayal and violation was actually holding me back and serving at a bigger level. I know that's really deep and intense, but so often, my loves, when we're moving towards what we want, we're gonna see the shadow. We're gonna see things in the past that we haven't integrated. Does that resonate, my loves? And I don't mean to say that to scare you or be like, I don't want to deal with that, or it can be overwhelming. So make sure you take care. And I love this question because your F1 will help you remain aware. It will help you remain connected to what it is that you need in the process of building and creating your work. Hey, Erica, could you share again with us what your morning process is exactly? Absolutely. So it's actually in the workbook for you guys, the Mind, Body, Soul. And so what you'll do with that is I want you to actually pick one practice from mind, from body, from soul. And it can also be focused on your business, right? But pull one practice out of each. It doesn't have to be long. And make that your morning practice. That's just one place to start. Your morning practice can literally be your visualization. Could you guys see some stuff when you're visualizing? Could you see your why? Could you see where you wanted to be in a year? Can I see? Hello? Did you guys see? I can see you. Yes? Whoa, Micah, that's a scary photo of a shark. I was a little too close for comfort. I love it. That's a great photo. I'm literally so terrified of sharks. I'm getting hot just thinking about it. So you guys see that vision that you had, work that into your morning practice. You know what I mean? Like bring that into your day-to-day, because that's how we imprint and we work with the subconscious. And we'll be doing that really powerfully inside 6 weeks of self-love. All right. I love you too, Emmy. Thanks, honey. Okay, I'm in F2, but I have been in a mindset to live more in like my F3, F4 boss CEO self. But I'm curious now if it is actually causing me to overlook or be unrealistic about the work I'm supposed to put in F2. Kels, yes, babe. Often it is, right? Because sometimes what I'll see, and I get it. But what I see a lot of times is, remember I mentioned in the rules of the four for success, we never skip a foundation. No one skips a foundation. You know have you guys ever heard that quote, every overnight success took 10 years? I love that quote because it's true, right? Isn't that so good, Emery? I love that. But it's like, what do? We got to go step by step. And sometimes when we want to be beyond where we are, like you guys, sometimes I want to be fully in my F4. I do want to have a little more time freedom than I have right now. I still have, like I said, there's a lot of me still in our business, which I love, but do I want that forever? No. Mick and I are planning to have babies in a couple of years. Oh my Lord, I'm an Aries. I don't know how I'm going to do it. stay tuned. But I'm excited for the most part. But at the same time, it's like your business gets to reflect your desires for your life. You guys are laughing. I haven't admitted that to anyone really, other than very close friends, but I'm excited about motherhood. But at the same time, like my business has been my child for so long and we're still growing together. And so the reason I mention this is because when we start to look at our F4, it can help us orient at F3, F2, and F1. You know what I mean? So if you know your vision at F4 is a certain location freedom or time or certain mission or all three combined, well, you start to prep and build those in the lower foundations. Okay. Great question, Kels. Do you use Zapier to connect Kajabi to Flowdesk? I'm so curious. Yes, I do, Claudia. Yep, Zapier is great for that. So Megan mainly works in Zapier. I know bits and pieces, but Meg, she's my exec assistant. Maybe you guys have talked to her before. She's amazing. But she is mainly in charge of our Zapier. And yes, we do link Kajabi and Flowdesk. I'm just afraid of getting even more burnt out and it harming my biz. I know, babes. You guys, let me think for a second. Because I always want to steer you in the most powerful direction, but yeah, I mean, I don't want you to be burnt out, but what I wonder is there another relationship that you could have to your work habits and your work, what's the word I'm looking for? Like your process of building. Because I don't want you to be burnt out, but can that sometimes be par for the course? It might be. I'm healing my adrenals right now on a whole other level in F3. And the reason I'm really focused at F3 is because I've been building not always in the smartest ways, which is why I teach for so long. And I've totally burned myself out. And also being an Aries, I have a lot of fire. And so now I feel like I'm in this process of adrenal care and magnesium. I'm like preaching magnesium from the fucking high heavens. I'm like, everyone drink magnesium. So learn from my mistakes. And I also didn't just know this was possible in my younger years, but work with your adrenals. So I don't know if that's a ashwagandha supplement. I don't know if that's magnesium at night, but find ways to also tend to your adrenals and your nervous system so that you can handle what you got to do. Okay. Love you, Kelsey. I have a hard time with email marketing. I wish I had a template on what to write. I know, babes. And I'm not a template human. I never give templates, but when you work in the methods and the ways that I work, you will source from self. So you won't need a template. You guys, by the way, Pinterest is the best thing ever. So if you ever want a jumping off point for something, I actually have a board on my Pinterest called Fascinating Content. It's fucking fire. So if you ever want to know anything about anything, it's probably on my Fascinating Content board, okay? And I literally go there to source jumping off points for things that I don't know how to do. So Pinterest is really powerful. But at the same time, I do ask, don't template. Be like, what do I want to say? How do I want to serve? How do I want to love the people in my world? How can I love them through this message? Because the thing with templates is that's when we can start kind of cookie cutting our business. And we don't want to do that. We want to source from self, source from intuition, and source from love because that's infinite. You know what I mean? So what I would say, my love, is like, think about what's a piece of magic from my work that people really love and I really love giving to them, and then create your email marketing around that. Okay. And we'll go deeper on that inside of the business school because you guys, especially with all the algies, I call them the algos now. My Lord, I am like more focused on email than ever because algorithms and social media, they're amazing, but they will just continue to change and evolve. Your email marketing is intimate, it's personal, it's powerful, and it doesn't change very much. Because human beings, like technology is very much at the root of the algorithms. But what's so magic about email is that it still keeps so much humanity in it, especially with Flowdesk. Okay. All right. I'm going to take a couple more questions. You guys are amazing. I'm going to put the link in here one more time. You guys are getting lots of extra time. So how long is CBBS? So Jade, it's going to be 3 months. So it will be, the nice thing about it is that the trainings are digital. They will be dripped once a week, and you will have 2-hour live Q&As and coaching sessions with me a month. So the reason I'm shifting this is because a lot of you babes are all over the universe. Like I can see some of you, it's like bright morning this morning. It's like your morning time. And what we found is that when we have these trainings available at, digitally, you can get the information and then come to me live for questions, coaching, and implementation. So that's how we're going to rock with CBBS for next year. Okay. Is the pay in full option only available tonight? No. So this offer is going to be available till next Friday. Okay. The bonuses will go away tonight, but this whole offer will be available to Friday. But I had to have a little Aries, like moon and Sag, get you to take action, be in the energy, trust yourself, and give you a little incentive to take action tonight. Also, a little BTS, really, really powerful way to invite people into your work, because what can happen so often? We get into the left brain and we're like, no, next year, next time, never. And what's so powerful is when you trust that rush of energy, and you also make sure that it's the right thing for you and it feels right in your heart, there's only power and magic on the other side of that. And I just say that very clearly because I know what I offer and I know what's inside there. So you got to sell with that kind of confidence, right? You got to know your value, and not just my value as like my ego, the value of the service that I provide. Because like I said, I like to be what I didn't have. That's why I think it took me a little longer than necessary. Question about CBBS, February, and when is the other option? I love you, Rachel. So there's going to be February, and then the next one will likely be in October. So we'll have 2 options. You can do either the spring one or the fall one. Cool. And you guys, I forgot to mention, you also get accountability partners in CBBS. Doodly doodly do. Okay, curious about advice, tips for freebie to grow your email list. Source from what excites you. If you have a freebie that you want to offer, what do people love from you? What would somebody love? What would you love to make? All right, that's really, really powerful. I'm not 100% clear on all that I want to offer and share. You guys want to just hang out with me? What's today? Is today Thursday? You want to hang out all night? I got nothing to do. I'm good. Okay, cool. Let's do it. Okay. I'm not 100% clear on all that I want to offer and share. There are some things I'm super fuck yes on, but they don't currently generate a lot of money. I've struggled with perfectionism and burnout. Okay. That's okay if they don't generate money yet. Here's the powerful thing about the process of trusting what you love, is that eventually one day it will make money. You know what I mean? Remember how I talked about in F2, how the process of building it's like earth energy, right? How long did it take the earth to grow into the earth? Does anyone know? Does anyone have like a ballpark range? Hey Siri, how long did it take the earth to formulate?
Okay, I found this on the web for how long does it take the earth to formulate.
Okay, so the earth is 4.54 billion years old. That's a long time. That's fucking old. That's a long time. Now, how long have humans been on the planet? Only 250,000 years. So the reason I say this is not because it's going to take $4.4 billion. I'm sorry, 4.4 billion years for your business to make money. But what I mean is that there's a process and there's patience. And we can really master that at the F2 level. So if something, you guys, and I also invite you to actually move away from the question, will this make me money? If you love it and you're willing to systemize it and focus on it and organize it, it will. Will it be on your timing and your terms? Maybe, maybe not. That's the power of trusting the process. I know that's not the sexiest answer, but that's a real answer. You know what I mean? Okay, let's do one more question. I think we got everything. I think we did everything tonight. We're in 2 hours. I should have made this 2 hours, to be honest. I don't know why I ever think that I could get something out in 90 minutes. I've also enrolled in a few courses, but I don't finish them. There's some resistance. I see another course and I feel so excited, but I don't finish this. So this course also ignites me, but I feel like I'll probably repeat that pattern. Taylor, I hear you, but it doesn't have to be that way. And you're aware of that habit. And so here's the thing, I will say, in the way that I teach and the way that I structure, it's very hard with the level of accountability, even in the self-studies, to just abandon ship. But I also won't be there in the resistance moments to grab your hand and sit you down at your desk to do your work. So I wonder if this could be an awesome opportunity to meet that old habit and make a new relationship with it. But it's totally up to you. I'd love to have you though. Okay, you guys, I'm sweating. I gotta go to bed. I gotta take care of Taro. I pray I get to have you inside of the bundle. Like I said, the bonuses, they're gonna be for 1 more minute. I'm gonna put that link in there one more time. 1 more minute as I close this up with you. I love you guys so much. I'm so appreciative of your time. Thank you. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned some amazing things. I pray I get to move forward with you and work with you inside of the bundle. I'm sending you guys all my love. Thank you so, so much. One of you is going to get that 3-month business coaching. So be prepared to have my Aries energy all in your face for a while. You guys will also get it in the bundle too. We'll have a fun time. Okay. I love you guys so much. This was awesome. I love you too. Yeah. And if you guys want to toss your IG handles, go for it. Throw them in the chat real quick. I'll keep it open. We'll give any last minute Lindas. No offense to my beautiful Lindas. There are any Lindas in here? My last minute Lindas, a minute to enroll, get the VIP mastermind bonus, and get the chance to win the coaching. I'll give you guys a minute. I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much. This was awesome. Yay. All right. You know, we got to play a little music on our way out. It wouldn't be an NB masterclass if we did it. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Let's do a little dance. Grab your IG handle. All right. Good job, you guys. Thank you so much. This was awesome. I'm so proud of you. Love you.
Resilient little thing, just like mama made you. No one needs to save you.
All right, you guys. Love you so much.
They can't contain you through the cracks you break through.
I love it.
I deserve congratulations, 'cause I came out the other side. I've been having revelations.
All right, you guys. I'll see you inside the bundle. I'll see you soon.
I deserve congratulations.